Welcome back to the Boys Night Podcast.
One with the force with me.
Force
There you go. I like that.
This is the show where three boys.
Oh, you actually started it.
Yeah, I did. It was for real. Got you on your toes. We talk about all the games and stuff that we play, shows that we watch, movies we watch, things that we're just interested in. Entertainment. I'm Chance with Lige and Brady.
Yo.
And on this episode, we're mainly going to talk about one thing, but we're going to...
One franchise, that should be.
Yeah. Because we all have watched Star Wars since the last episode. Mm-hmm. So that's going to take up most of our thing, but we'll start off with any new games that we've played.
World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've been yelling about this for weeks. I just got game time again, so I'm back on that WoW Classic grind. Very excited. They just added Battlegrounds, so I'm going to go represent the Horde in Warsong Gulch. Fucking for the Horde, am I right? Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm just trying to get my guy up to, like... I have a couple characters, but the character I want to play the most is a warrior. I got him at level 14. I'm trying to get him up to at least 16 and 19 area before I go in there. Because people are mean in that game, and they're good.
Are you playing, like, solo?
Yeah, I play solo because I got abandoned.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I played that game solo like for a long time back in the day, so it doesn't bother me at all. I just guild hop because I always get removed from guilds because I'm inactive a lot.
Yeah, I played two or 3 days, I think, and then I stopped.
Dude, classic is hard.
Classic's fucking hard.
Yeah,
and even what is it?
Retail.
Yeah, retail's not easy either.
Wargy Brothers.
Yeah, we were wargans. That was fun. I just wanted to be able to... I think I finally got to be able to transform back into a human form.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, dude.
And that's when I stopped playing.
Yeah, you got to like level...
I was like...
I think you're like 12, and then you're like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. I feel bad. It was fun. I had a good time. Because I used to play games like that. Like, there were little games on... Like, if you had a Windows computer, there were games that you could play with free coins that they'd give you. And there was one that was like a... It was like an RPG game. It was super fun, and I played the shit out of it. And then it's just a lot harder. It was a lot easier playing that as a kid. But I should get back into it eventually, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. So I am playing Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Got it on my Xbox for $5.
Dude, I need to get that too.
Oh, it's so fun. So it is a little weird because I played it on the computer when I was a lot younger, and now I'm playing it on the Xbox, and the game is an original Xbox game, and I'm playing it on Xbox One. Mm-hmm. So to use the Force, you have to click down on the left thumbstick.
Ooh.
And
weird.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm used to it now, like, but it was just.
Can you change the
weird.
button maps?
Nope.
You can't change the. Oh,
you
okay.
can change it, but they have the presets. You can't change it to what. So I went in there. I was like, how the fuck do I assign my things?
Yeah.
And it was like, no, you can't. This is an original Xbox game. We don't fucking have that yet. So I was like,
get what we did.
Get what you get.
I can change the triggers, and I can change the D-pad.
Gotcha.
That's it.
The multiplayer in that game though is Tier 1.
Oh, crazy.
It's so fun to play bots on that.
I haven't gotten back into it yet because I want to beat the story first and then I'll play it. But, so another thing, the game is kind of hard. And it sometimes sucks ass.
Yeah.
Because I'll be playing and I'm like, yeah, this is so sick. And then I'll try to jump off a ledge and I'll just die because it didn't jump. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I didn't realize it was that hard as a kid. Because I used cheats all the time. I went no clip and God mode. That's all I fucking did the whole time. And then I made sure I had red sabers, which was always pretty cool. And now I can't do that. So I just have to play it. But it's really fun because now I'm actually playing for the game.
I watched a guy speedrun that game in like 40 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah. I watched him do so many glitches. It's crazy.
That'd be insane.
Yeah. It's all about getting that force speed thing up, and then you just fucking blast that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him do the desert level with all the sandworms.
Oh, fuck
those. I got stuck on that level every time, and I never got past the first intro missions because of that level. Yeah. And I watched him do it in 3 minutes, if that, maybe a minute. Fuck. Yeah, it was... Watching that pissed me off, but it was also really cool to watch, because I was just like, this guy sucks!
It's so wild. That scarred me as a kid, dude. And I used fucking cheats on it. I flew around and it still scared me.
For those of you that don't know, the second you put your foot on sand, a worm pops up and murders your ass.
And it goes, I'm like, ah!
It's fucking scary.
Oh, it's terrifying. I went the rain course too.
Yeah.
Those.
I've only played one game since. I downloaded another game on Game Pass. It's Shadow Tactics something. It's like a tactical RPG with ninjas.
Oh, is it like fuck? What's that? You and Bryce played it.
XCOM.
Yeah, is it like XCOM?
It's kind of like, I haven't played a single second of it yet. I downloaded it, saw it at nighttime. I was like, I'll download it, play it tomorrow. Didn't play it. But I also got Death Stranding kind of for Christmas.
You basically got it. It just took a little bit.
Well, funny you say that. Okay, so for Christmas, they wanted to get me Death Stranding because I asked for it, but it was sold out. So they got me gift cards instead. It works perfectly. I was like, okay, day after Christmas, I'm going to go after work, buy it with gift cards. Get off work, ready to go buy it. Check my wallet. Didn't grab the gift card. So I woke up at fucking midnight and was like... So I I call him. I was like, hey, can you send me the backs of them? Maybe they'll just take the code when I get there. He sent them to me. Went to GameStop. Went up to the manager. I was like, hey, don't have the gift cards. My roommate sent me the backs to them with the codes on them. Does that work? He's like, no, you need to have the physical copy. Makes sense. I don't blame him for that.
You could go online and
exactly.
Just download random backs.
I was like, fuck it. I'll just buy it. So I go, grab it, bring it to him again. He's like, dude, we're sold out. And I was in my head, I'm like, Christmas is ruined.
I told you this was going to happen. I told you what you're going to do if this happened to you.
I in my head, like, everything started spiraling. I was like... But then the other guy's like, dude, we got the shipments on Tuesday. And I was like, oh, Christmas is saved. And yeah, I played a little bit of it last night, but I was tired from being up at midnight. So after like I got halfway through the first chapter, and then I was like, dude, I gotta go to sleep. And I just passed out, and I haven't played it since.
Yeah.
But I'm going to. I do like it so far. It does, in the first little bit, in the walking scene, they like play this song in the background. Dude, I was moved.
Just slapping.
Wait, what's the song? Is it like
I have no idea. What
Linkin Park.
That was so great.
Yes. But like after every mission, like you get like this little like briefing of like how well how much damage your packages have taken, like how far you traveled, and like it gives you likes based Japanese on that. Game. And I don't know if likes are currency or not, but it like boosts your like, I don't know, UPS rating. And like it has an extra chart and it shows like how well you take care of your packages and stuff. So I don't know what that entails throughout the thing yet. I'll let you guys know when I play more.
I can never get into games that are like that, because when you complete it, you complete it in my eyes. They fuck around. Is it a pass? It's a pass. Let's go. It just gives me extra stress during the levels whenever like that kind of those games are like that. I just can't do it.
It definitely is stressful though. If you go down a hill too fast with all your packages, you'll start slipping. Yeah, you have to like grip onto stuff. Yeah. I was like sitting there like I was holding like two like briefcase style, and I had like six packages on my back. I'm like, you'd like travel through water sometimes. I'm like, ah.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah, it's so far pretty fun.
I know how the game ends and like everything about it because I watched videos on it because I knew I never wanted to play it. It's a really cool concept. I still don't understand the delivery system. Like why you're a courier. Like of all the jobs to pick, you make your guy a courier. Yeah, that's the one thing I just don't really get.
So far though, the game is fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
like, I bet. All the cutscenes, all the like as you're walking, all the like the things you can see. Fucking A. It's like,
I'm in there. I know.
Yeah, it's like watching a damn movie the whole time.
I'm in the game. I know, dude. How many times I have to tell you?
Guillermo del Toro is one of the characters in the game. So
me.
Brady's in the game.
It's me. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Conan's in it too.
Conan O'Brien?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
I think there's like there's somebody else, but I can't remember what he is. But yeah,
he just turns out to be one of the fucking the evil things. He's the giant. Welcome back to the show.
He's on his beach the whole fucking time.
And so, what shows have you guys watched this week?
Finished all of The Witcher and You, and I've loved all of it. I like The Witcher more just because that's more my genre. But You season 2,
it literally came out last night,
and I watched it all. It's so fucking good, dude. I watched one episode, I just couldn't stop. I had to watch it all the way through. It feels like season 1. If you love season 1, you will love season 2 because it's like almost a direct continuation of it. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't feel like there's any downtime. There's any like time in between. It's just Joe, new name Will, His Will Beetleneck, I think is his name, something like that.
It's like
Bettleneck, something like that.
Battle Bottom.
Battle Bottom. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, his,
Bettelheim.
Bettelheim.
Yeah.
Yes, I threw Nick in there. Bettelheim.
Joe Goldberg is what his name used to
His
be.
OG name, and then which is his actual real name is Joe Goldberg, and then
It's weird that he would use his real name.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
Season 2 explains everything that happened.
Okay.
It explains the whole Candace thing, and then like exactly what happened with Candace,
Mm-hmm.
and then it explains like it even goes further back into his past with his parents, and it just jumps around a lot, and it's really good.
And I've only seen the first episode of the second season.
Yeah, but you watched all season 1 this last week.
Yeah, so I just finished. And it's been out for a while now, I think.
Yeah,
At least a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing. So when Chance watched it, I would come home from work. I would walk around the house and see him watching it, and I wouldn't really pay attention to it, but I would look at it for a second. So there were so many moments when I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is the show that I'm watching. It's a brand new show. I've never seen it." And then out of nowhere, it'd be like, "I've seen this before." It would be a flashback. I'm like, "Whoa!" But
Dude, it's so good.
it's so crazy good. And now it's funny because everything makes sense from what I've seen.
Context on all of it.
Yeah.
So just wild ass show. It's so good. And episode 1, it feels like you just watched the last episode of season 1. Now you're on the next episode. It's just flawless.
I'm telling you, it's just right into it.
And then so the ending of episode 1 too. It's it just feels like it almost solidifies that it's the continuation.
Dude, I don't want to say anything because Chance hasn't seen it yet.
I will stab both of you.
The ending it's like you just. It's like what you're saying. It's like, oh, I'm just right back on season 1. it's
wild.
So good. That's not spoilers.
No, but I will stab both of you.
My favorite character in the second season, though, is 40.
40.
He's the guy that owns Anavan.
Oh, yeah.
Anavarn. I can't remember.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anavarn. It's the.
So, yeah.
So I can never remember the fucking.
I don't want to say that because I want that to be funny for
yes,
him. But
I know. I know what word they're playing on.
Yeah,
but I don't the word itself is hard for me to remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, so 40 is he's the owner, or he's the kid's. So he's the kid of the owner. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So I know that, and he's one of my favorite characters. I thought it was Jack Whitehall at first because it looks just like Jack Whitehall.
Funny.
You know who that is?
Uh-huh.
He's a comedian. He's a British comedian. He was on a bunch of shit. What was there's a show I watched with Bryce, and it's about college kids, and he's one of the college kids. I can't remember. Fresh Meat.
Okay.
He's on a show called Fresh Meat, which if you haven't seen, you should watch that. It's fucking hilarious.
Too many shows to watch.
Everybody on that show sucks, and he especially sucks, but he's just funny. Anyway, so I thought it was him. It's not him. He's a relatively new actor because I looked him up on IMDb.
Yeah,
his first thing that I could find was 2018.
Oh,
He's a
damn.
relatively new actor, as far as I can tell. Maybe he's been on some older stuff, but I liked him a lot. I thought he did a great fucking job.
Yeah, I think he's just starting to do acting, but he was mainly doing comedy for most of his career.
Who?
Jack Whitehall?
This is not the actor.
yes.
Oh.
I thought it was Jack Whitehall.
Oh.
It looks like him. It's not. This guy is not. Jack Whitehall, he's got stuff back in 2012.
well.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and British. It's all British.
Oh, yeah.
BBC.
Yeah. BBC, baby.
But yeah, so back on season 1, it was crazy.
It's fucking
such
crazy.
a good show.
Beck sucks.
Bex.
Okay, she doesn't deserve to be murdered, but
Yeah.
she sucks.
She doesn't deserve Joe, is what we're really saying here.
Yeah.
Joe's got the perfect love.
So it cracks me up. So every scene and even in episode 1 of season 2, I'm like, holy shit! I'm either happy for Joe. I'm like, oh yes, whatever. And then so in season 1, there was a part where him and Peaches were in an argument, and Peaches is
Beck's friend.
Beck's best friend.
Also, J.D. Salinger's daughter
Ooh,
or
yeah.
granddaughter.
Yeah, and she's in Pretty Little Liars.
Is she?
Mm-hmm. That's where I know her from. But so they're in an argument, and
Not in real life. J.D. Salinger's not real life daughter. Sorry, I just need to clarify that.
okay.
In the show, she's the daughter.
oh yeah, so at this point, Joe has already killed somebody.
Yep.
And that's just what we know of.
Or
Yeah,
granddaughter.
exactly.
Yeah. And they have a fight and everything, and it's kind of about that. And Peaches loses the fight between Joe, like Joe wins the argument and like kind of wins over Beck at that point. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Peaches. And I'm like, shit, Joe killed somebody. I'm like, this is not a good guy.
Yeah, he straight up murdered Benji. Like, he gives him coffee with peanut oil in it, and he's like, the dude's definitely allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
And then he smashes his face in with a fucking mallet.
Just to solidify.
Yeah. And then he keeps the teeth.
But he like convinces himself that he's doing so good, and even convinces himself that he doesn't kill people.
Yeah.
But you see in a flashback, he 100% at least has killed one person before that first kill.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
the boy. Well, love interest of Candace.
Elijah.
Yes.
He killed me.
Yeah.
He killed me.
Yeah.
Killed Elijah.
Every time he says it, I'm like,
in the building.
You learn some stuff in season 2.
Oh, okay.
But it is just weird to see like that kind, because watching it the first time, you're like, oh wow, he hasn't killed anyone. Like he convinces us that he hasn't killed anyone, but he's crazy.
You guys know what cognitive dissonance is? It's okay. Big word. Sorry. Cognitive dissonance. Okay. So that is when you hold a belief in your head, but your actions speak otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
I ain't a bad guy. Mallet smash. Mallet smash.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like if it keeps going off of season 1 and like keeps going on like season 3s and stuff like that of being good, it's probably gonna be like my top 5 favorite show easily.
Do you guys want me to tell you if there's gonna be season 3 or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
I want that surprise.
Dude.
Okay.
But it, oh, dude, it's such a good show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if it got picked up, but
as soon as season 2 dropped, I was like, dude, I texted Bray, I was like, I might watch it. He's like, no, you have to watch Witcher first because you're going to watch the whole thing, because I did the whole thing with season 1. I just didn't stop watching it. But fuck,
you didn't stop watching, and then it's hard for you to go back to the show you were watching.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I do the same thing. That's what I'm telling you. You got to finish The Witcher first, and then go to you.
I'm
if
also
you really
the
want to
same
watch you, just watch it. But you have to go back to The Witcher because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I just got to episode 4.
My favorite episode.
Yeah, after you finish episode 4, it's halfway done with the show. So I'm like almost halfway done. So I just have to power through it. It's so good though. All the action scenes.
I don't want you to power through it though. I want you to enjoy it.
So, no, I will enjoy it, but like binge it. Yeah, binge it for enjoyment.
You just fast forward. You're like, oh.
Yeah, just start skipping to like fight scenes.
Cool. Talk about fight scenes. I'm telling you, episode 4 is my favorite episode for a reason.
Oh, I can't wait. See, I'm on episode 2.
Fuck.
And I just watched everything about Yennefer, and it's crazy.
Dude, every episode's like a fucking movie.
Yeah, they're all an hour long. I cannot. Dude, the way that they did Yennefer's prosthetics is so great.
Insane.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't know how they did that. Like her jaw and her back, everything.
Looks like she has a gumball in her fucking cheek. I'm like,
she's a fucking hamster.
Yeah, because
it was great.
When she was first, I don't know any of the Witcher stuff, so seeing her, I was like, oh, she actually is like a hunchback person. She looks like a fucking hunchback person. Yeah. Like, it looked real. I was like, but then she turns into...
you see her with non-hunchback in the next episode.
Okay.
Episode 3, she changes drastically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because, I just saw all the shit with, like, how all the girls turn into eels, and then she's, like, the sole one, the main girl.
Well, there's a couple other left with her. Those ones that got turned to eels, they didn't pass the test, essentially.
Yeah. It wasn't the whole class.
Yeah, it was just the 3 bottom students.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does suck. And then now they're eels, and they power...
they give
what's that place called? Starts with an A. I can't remember. Huh?
Kiss my Anthea.
Yeah.
Aiden?
No, Aiden is the kingdom. Oh, okay, and then is the kingdom with the king she was dancing with.
Oh, yeah.
It's... I can't remember. Anyway, it's... Oh, Aretuza. Aretuza is the name of it. Which is like... That's like the mage place. So they power that with their eel powers.
I also watched Magician Season 4 all the way through.
I need to start that.
I haven't seen any of it.
I won't spoil anything, but I fucking cried.
Dude.
I teared up one time and then I fucking cried at one part.
Damn, dude. I need to watch it. Though I want to dedicate like my sole focus onto it. But me with playing WoW and all this other stuff, I'm always distracted. So I just want to make sure I actually dedicate time to that.
Yeah, my mom is rewatching the whole series so her fiance can watch it, but also so she knows what's going on. Because usually when you start a season, you kind of forget some things that happened in the previous seasons. So like you're halfway through, you're like, okay, I remember everything. But dude, it's so good. She doesn't like the show just because like some of the acting isn't perfect.
I didn't think that your mom would like the show at all, to be honest.
Yeah, no, she loves it because she loves Harry Potter. And this is like Harry Potter rated R.
This is adult Potter.
Yeah. Yeah. She likes Harry Potter more than me. She's like, she's weird.
You don't even like it at all, do you?
No, I like it.
I didn't know you liked Harry Potter at all.
No, I like it. It's just
You don't seem like a Pottermore.
There
Potter
8?
nerd.
There are 8 episodes of Harry Potter.
Movies?
Yeah.
There are 8, but 7 was
Yeah,
broken
yeah.
in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
so there should have been one 7 movie, but they broke it into 2 parts.
which was a good idea because there was a lot.
So I still have.
It's okay. It's not the biggest book, but it's okay.
I still have 4 movies left. I just watched episode 4.
Have you not seen them all?
Nope.
You're saying episode. It's
I
not
know.
like
I
Star
keep saying
Wars.
episode, but like, well,
The movies are
Fourth
great. The
movie.
books I think are better, but the movies are really fucking good. I read all the books first, and that's my favorite.
See, it's a good thing I don't read.
yeah. I
The
don't-
books
Never read the book.
pretty fucking good. Hey, don't fuck with my map, bro.
Yeah. Also, we play a hero game.
Yeah. So breaking off the TV, let's talk about what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm running a Heroes Unlimited campaign by Palladium, and Chance and Lige are in it, and we got a couple other guest appearances from.
Family and
Yeah.
friends.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
really
like these
fun.
guys did a pretty good job. These 2 are the only actual heroes in the group. Everybody else just fucks around and like just murders people.
I know.
Okay, well, Sierra tried to be a hero that
it was
first time.
yeah.
also her first time
Yes,
playing.
yes.
So our cousin Sierra just came in, and I made her character the night before. Well, we made it with me and her together.
Pretty
And so
badass.
she didn't really know what she was doing, but she did a great job. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. She did a really
It
good
sucked
job.
that she had to go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her initiative, she rolled first. But yeah, it was her first time playing, and so it was fucking funny. She went down a skylight and tried to confront a hostage guy. No, what was the word I'm looking for? A kidnapper,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
a person holding someone
And
else up.
she
hostage.
rolled really low, so she basically just fucking face planted in front of him.
and then she got shot like 20 times.
Oh, that's so funny.
But no, she blasted people with lightning though. It's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to kill people, but
Yeah. I mean, there were robots, so it's whatever. But yeah, no, I had a great time running that.
Super fun.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Fucking
his
fun.
world's a mix of fucking My Hero, One Punch Man. I mean, kind of Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I ripped off the Pokemon names. I
and
ripped off
Marvel.
all my animes that I like.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Oh,
There was
so
a corrupt cop they're hunting down named Carl Winslow. I'm just glad that fucking you guys understood that reference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so upset if you guys didn't get the Carl Winslow thing.
Dude,
Was
your
the
twist
other-
though of him like being the whole family, that is
Did you like that?
fucking.
I was like,
I'm
what?
glad you guys like that.
That was fucking crazy.
So dope.
I'm glad you guys like that.
I felt so
And,
accomplished too. Because I fucking we just like found out who a fucking huge ass villain is.
Yeah.
And then they punched a cop. I was like, okay.
the group.
I felt so bad. I was
There
like,
was
"Jeez."
2 corrupt cops they were looking for, and one was Michael Dowd, and the other one was Carl Winslow. And they needed to figure out who was the one that framed them for essentially blowing up a bank. And they, instead of like just like looking at both of them at one at a time, like as a group, they decided to split the party. You never split the party in any Dungeons and Dragons game, any type of
Well, this is
RPG.
Palladium.
Yeah, split the party. Anyway, so they did that. So I had to run 2 things at once. The group that went towards Carl Winslow was Lige, Sierra, and Wyatt. The group that went towards the corrupt cop was Gabe, Chance, and JP. And the ones that went for the Michael Dowd cop, they got into some trouble. One of the players decided to assault the cop. Didn't work out well.
Yeah.
The other half, they went and they like infiltrated the fucking house all sneaky like.
Yeah.
They waited for him to leave. They planted bugs. They found a secret door. They did all the passwords. Like they actually played sneaky.
It was so
the other
fun.
side was just pure chaos.
It
It
was
was
so
so
crazy, dude.
funny to have the 2 different parties.
It wasn't
like-
even really even chaos. It was more like trying to backtrack to save the actions that one of our... Because
Yeah.
everything would have been totally fine if we didn't do that.
Yeah.
But then the rest of it was like trying to make him not guilty.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I had a great time running it, though. I'm glad you
Yeah,
guys
it's
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that we split it in a way because like a lot of like hero groups do that, and it kind of shows like because when I saw the house thing, I was like, none of my powers would be good for infiltrating a house.
All of us, yeah, we were like killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you guys killed it.
You guys were
I-
pure espionage.
Yeah, it was so cool because I can stretch and morph and like absorb sound waves and stuff. And Wyatt's character, he like can control shadows and like be hidden.
Mhm.
So we just basically used that to our advantage. I snuck in, I melted under the door, unlocked it.
And then Sierra had
And
hacking
then-
skills.
Yeah, she had hacking skills. I'm so glad she had that.
Yeah,
That
I would
was-
do it. If you guys didn't put in the password, it was gonna wipe everything, and an alarm was gonna go off, and then Chameleon was gonna come rushing back, or he was just gonna disappear, and you never would have found him.
Yeah. See, right before this, we did like to get our license, we had to do a test, and like for it, me and Lige were the only ones that got an A. 'Cause we're the only ones that didn't fucking kill people
Yeah.
or get the hostage stabbed in the back, and like. A lot of other people got like B, well, Sierra got like a B, Wyatt got like a B, and then both JP and Gabe got like a C.
Like,
they didn't deserve a C.
I know, but I didn't want to. If I
surprised.
failed 2 of them but passed the rest of you, then it's just gonna get awkward.
But then once we split up and we got her separate places, I looked at Wyatt and I was like, I went with the 2 people that almost failed. Why did I do this? And now I'm like, I don't know if you saw, I'm like trying to develop my character to like try to be a hero, getting like the good grade. Like I was like, I'm not gonna get an A. And then when we met up with our hero, he gave me like a B plus, and I fucking just snapped my pencil. It's like, and I'm calling him Daddy now.
You did the best you could. You just got screwed by your group. Is really what it came down to.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple other things I think you probably could have done, but in the situation you had, you handled it pretty damn well.
Yeah.
And you didn't pass, so your team itself didn't pass, so I can't really give you an A.
Yeah.
Lige got an A.
Yeah.
Everybody on that team got an A.
Yeah.
Because they did what they needed to do.
Yeah. I'm excited to see when we play next, which might be Monday.
Yeah, hopefully. I got 2 more missions for you. And then I'll come up with some more. And honestly, after the 2 missions, I'm thinking about just letting you guys have downtime. Just kind of, if you want to go on street patrols, you want to do that.
Because I mean, I guess we don't need it anymore because we have translators. But
downtime, good show. Shut your mouth. Don't you plug your other shit. Sorry, Elijah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But so Chance and our characters are Japanese, and like Japanese, we don't speak English.
Yeah,
so
straight up from Japan.
Yeah, and so like this whole time beforehand, before we became like the actual superheroes, we just had to use Google Translate on our phones to like tell people what we were saying.
No, on your phone. I have a fucking burner phone.
Yeah, like this flip phone.
In this game, you have to actually buy cell phones and cell phone plans. Chance is like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You
I
get,
don't want to pay monthly.
Yeah.
You get to roll how much money you have and stuff like that and your upbringing. And I literally, like, you go through and you buy shit. It's like real life, like what you buy. So I have a lighter, I have a cell phone, I bought a backpack. It's just like stuff like that. I just love how like realistic it is, like to throw it into. And I never played D&D, so this is like my first experience with it. So funny though, because it was just like, yeah, I'm so glad we have the translators now. I'm fucking be like, what is this?
Well, then Brady said at the end though, we can't speak other people's language, so we can only hear it.
Yeah,
so I fucked up on that one. That was my bad.
Yeah. No, I understood it though.
Yeah.
I figured. But
I just forgot to reiterate that point. Like, you guys can understand any language spoken to you, but you can't speak it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, only people with the headsets. Like,
yes, if they have a universal translator, they can do it. That's why you guys can speak freely in your group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Chance was trying to explain the situation to a cop last night. I was like, oh shit, he probably can't understand you. But I let it roll because I fucked up on that one.
And I did. It was thankfully story-wise, I had Gabe with me because he can actually translate for me. So it worked to a way.
Yeah.
It made it like easier, I guess. But yeah, before we get into, did you guys watch any movies before we get into?
I don't
the
think
big
I
one?
did.
I haven't watched. Okay.
I haven't been watching like any movies except for the new Star Wars. I haven't seen shit.
Yeah,
So,
I've just been stuck on shows.
Well, let's just talk about Star Wars then.
Yeah. Wait. And
Let's
we going
go
into
on.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Well,
Team Star over here.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, we're going to talk about spoilers.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Fuck Brother Nature, you piece of shit.
Okay, let's go, dude. No, I'm on that grind too, dude. Brother Nature's an asshole. He puts an apology out and then deletes it. Fucking ass.
I totally forgot about that.
Dude, I know. Keemstar make you remember that?
Yeah, because let's get it right. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Brother Nature's a cunt.
I'm only gonna spend like maybe a minute on this. A Keemstar posted
we're just getting into that YouTube drama.
Yeah. He posted a video, and apparently, so there was shit that happened with Brother Nature. He's the guy that talks to the deer.
It's really loud.
We're getting water. So I mean, it's good. It's a good time for it.
Yeah.
It's burning.
I know.
time.
I was trying to like.
It's just out here like just thumping. All right, just restart what you're gonna say.
So Brother Nature got into a fight and it was recorded, and he came out looking like the good guy. He said that I got jumped and nobody was there to help me. Turns out he was drunk as fuck, was being a dick to whoever was
this staff, and the dude's cousin.
Literally everybody. So they beat him the fuck up.
Yeah, one guy did. Yeah. Nobody jumped him.
No, nobody jumped him. It was just this one guy.
They went outside, they fought. Brother Nature got his ass whooped.
And then
he's picking on a guy that's way bigger than him.
Yeah.
First fucking mistake.
Big dude. And then it turns out that Brother Nature continues to like try coming into the store even though he's been kicked out by the owners and everything. And that's when they film the video. He's in the store again, and then finally he's just trying to get him out. So he like throws something at him.
Well, he throws a punch at his cousin, and then he fucks him up again in the store. Yeah. He's on the ground, and then the guy starts throwing soda in his face. And then this part kind of sucks. The cousin also came up and punched him a couple times. Yeah. So they did show 2 people punching him. Yeah. But
that's why people thought it was like...
Yeah, but Brother Nature fought the cousin first, and the guy's like, don't fuck with my cousin. He punched him again.
Yeah, honestly, if I was in this situation, you know, like, I don't know, I might punch him too. Because he was being that big of a dick.
Yeah.
And because he was drunk, he was just fucking not caring about anything. So yeah, and then once it came out that, like, he had been beat up and everything... Everybody was on his side. They were like, "Oh, we love you, Brother Nature. Keep on loving." Like, no, this guy's a fucking piece of shit.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah. So like, this is I don't really care for Keemstar. He's whatever. But when I saw this, I was like, yeah. And he had a talk with the guy that beat him up, and he was like, all in on it. It was all like it all made sense and everything. It's crazy. So. Yeah, I don't know why Chance wanted to talk about that, but...
Are we getting into Star Wars now?
Yeah, sure. We just put a little segue about Brother Nature. Fuck that guy.
We're just getting right into YouTube drama. We have like 8 subscribers. We're just like, you know what? This will get us
Brother
in there.
I hope Brother Nature hears this.
I'll put a hashtag Brother Nature. So funny.
Yeah. So yeah, Rise of Skywalker.
Ugh. So good.
I liked it. I thought it was great. I think it's honestly my favorite of the new saga. Big fan. Or not saga, sorry. The new trilogy.
I liked it. I can see why people don't like it. I understand. Yeah. I understand. There are parts where I don't like, but it made up for a lot of the last movie, in my opinion. But it was good.
Yeah, I can see why people don't like it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Because
a lot.
The reasons why it seems like a lot of people are saying it's too fast paced. Well, they literally have 16 hours to do something. Also, okay, we're going to talk shit about Rian Johnson just for a second.
Yeah.
I think Rian Johnson did not do a good job on episode 8. Though, to be fair, he probably shouldn't have directed it in the first place. Kudos to him for trying, but J.J. Abrams should have just stuck with it. And the fact that J.J. Abrams left, that's a big no-no on my part for J.J. Abrams. Like, he should have just stayed in it. And then he said he needed there's family things, and he just wanted to spend more time with his family. I get that. Just take that year off, and then don't channel the movie every year. Let's just take a fucking year
I would
off.
preferred waiting.
Yeah, you know? Me too. So Disney is actually at fault on that one. Because Disney wanted to keep pumping them out.
Wasn't it supposed to be 3 different directors?
It was always going to be J.J. Abrams at first.
Oh, okay.
For all 3.
I don't know where I remember hearing...
I think what happened was when he backed out, they're going to do 3 different.
But then he wanted to come back for episode 9.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that regard, J.J. Abrams is an asshole for doing that. He should have just stayed out, or should have just came. He should have just stayed in. In all honesty.
But you should have.
I'm glad that he's back.
Disney should have established like what they wanted to do. Like if they wanted to do 3 different ones, that would have been fine. But they wanted him and him to take the vision of the whole trilogy. Just should have done that.
Yeah. He should have given Rian Johnson like a playbook. Like, hey, this is the things I wanted to happen in episode 8. Yeah. But Rian Johnson came into he literally had episode 7 to go off of, and that was it.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams didn't give him anything else. So I get where he was trying to go, but the things he was trying to do did not make sense for like what was established.
Right.
They went into stuff that we already knew. Like if you don't know that war brings war profiteering, then you need to go back to history class. Like you need to understand how the world fucking works.
I don't want to go back.
Like it's so that is such a waste of 45 minutes in my opinion. The whole casino planet was a huge waste. Also, I don't understand why one of your best captains in the whole Republic, Poe Dameron, gets shit on in that movie. Yeah. Like why you would keep a plan from him, or at the very least just say, hey, I got a plan, trust me. They give him nothing, so of course he's going to try and lead a mutiny on the ship. He literally thinks that you're trying to kill everybody else because you don't have a plan. Yeah, that's I mean I would do the same fucking thing. So that whole thing is annoying. How they portrayed Luke, I think, is very annoying. I didn't like it.
Even Mark Hamill was like, he was trying so hard not to talk shit about it. Yeah, that's like, I don't personally agree with it, but maybe it's
the dude who is Luke Skywalker says that.
Yeah,
you.
That's where you
listen
fucked
that.
up. Like, oh man,
I don't really like how like JJ and the whole cast started shitting on Ryan Johnson's movie. Like during the,
I think they have it right.
Yeah, well, I think the cast does, but the whole like what you're saying about JJ, like him not doing episode 8, like because of his own personal reasons, like don't give someone shit for taking apart your thing when you didn't give him any of your vision.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with you on
and
that.
And it's I don't know, it's not really good for me. Like if I was a business being Disney, I wouldn't want my workers talking about their project in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I just think if they suppress it, that's going to give it more backlash.
Well, I think it's just them trying to say like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like cool to me.
Yeah. I just know we're in America.
Yeah. To be fair, like
freedom of speech, brother.
To be fair, I forgot about that. Letterkenny, good show. So yeah, to be fair, I like what I've heard from like the cast and especially like Mark Hamill. It wasn't really that bad. It wasn't like they were talking shit about it. They just weren't talking good about it. Like they definitely had like things to say that were more criticism than like uplifting stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
I do not agree with the shitting on Rose. Yeah, I feel horrible for that actress. It's not her fault. I don't like her character, but it's not her fault for getting that character.
Yeah, I love her.
She's a great job. She did a great job acting. It's like her character sucked ass. So she did what she had to with what she had.
Honestly, and it makes me feel a little bad because she is like not in this movie.
I know she is.
She's like a scene or two.
To be fair, her character is not important. Yeah. And the fact that Ryan Johnson tried to force her on people, I think is what really had the backlash.
My least favorite scene of episode 8 was when she flies into Finn when he's trying to like fly into the cannon because he's doing a fucking mission. He's gonna die. Like that's what his mission is. She flies into him and like bumps him out of the way and everything. Like it makes sense, for the movie.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like a love interest.
Yeah, which was so weird, dude.
Very weird.
I didn't like it,
and they didn't even talk about it in this one.
There was like hints of it because like Finn went to go like sacrifice stuff. She was like upset, but
yeah. But then so when she does that, he's like, "What were you doing?" And he runs up to her, and then she was like, "Saving your life, silly," and kisses him, and then just passes out.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck that. It was like I was just so pissed because I watched it the first time, and when I originally watched the movie in theaters, I was like, yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. Watching it again, I was like, wow, this sucks. Yeah. Like I just did not like it. But what's kind of wild is that there's a lot of people that really liked it.
Well, it's a big thing.
I think people started to like it now because they're just. I don't know. It's weird. I think it sucks because internet trolls are a thing. Yeah. On both sides, they're a thing. Yeah. The movie, as a movie perspective, I just like if we're just looking at it as like cinematography, it had some great shots. It had some awesome shots.
Beautiful
it was
movie,
great.
But
I did not care for the characters. I did not care for the storyline. That's me personally, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. You really won't. The way that they did Luke, it's just such a shame to me. But. Now in Rise of Skywalker, going back into that. I know we took a little tangent, but I think it's important that we explain that and then go into Rise of Skywalker.
And why?
Everything for me was fixed. That was the problem with Episode 8 that I just mentioned. Got fixed in the Rise of Skywalker. There's not really... The only scene I didn't really care for is the very, very end with Rey and Kylo. Are we getting into spoiler territory?
Well, I say fuck it, let's spoil it.
Yeah, we can.
It's been out for a week.
I was going to wait till like the end to talk about.
Well... Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I want to talk about the things that we liked about it.
That's going to be spoilers, though.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the only thing I didn't really agree with was, not that I didn't agree with it. It just like I didn't understand necessarily why. Is when Kylo and Rey kissed.
Yeah.
They have that kiss at the end, which I mean I get. Because they are a dyad in the Force, so they're like super connected. If anyone understands anyone, it's those two. They really, really understand each other the utmost.
They're basically like fucking Link and Zelda, and then Palpatine is fucking
Ganondorf. That's really what it is. Yeah. Except Honestly, Ray is more Link and Zelda mixed to me.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah. Little wisdom, little courage.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there. And then, so that part I didn't hate, but I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But otherwise, everything else in the movie, fucking loved. I thought it was just a great movie.
Yeah. Like, we were talking about last episode, the things I wanted was them to explain Leia, which they did.
Yep.
They showed her training with Luke.
She was a Jedi Master in her own right.
I still don't believe that she survived that fucking cannon blast into space.
Crazy. Even so, my manager, he likes Episode 8.
Yeah,
he thought
wrong.
He said he's wrong. He said
his opinion is wrong.
He said it's probably his favorite episode, and which, like, he had watched apparently all 8 of them twice, like over and over again.
What you said.
And fucking he also said that scene was like, really, it just didn't make any sense because it was like she just gets blown into space and then presumably dead. Like, there's the fucking big explosion. And then you're just out in space dying. And then she's like, nah. Fucking goes back into the
blast
ship.
itself would have killed her.
So the only thing I can think of that saved her is like she saw it coming, and
because
then
she
just
did have like
a
vision.
Yeah, so she just force shielded right then and there. But no, I agree with you.
I ain't never seen that shit before. Okay, like
but because
you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not a
because
thing.
they have a new thing with Rey and.
And every Jedi supposed to have their own special power. So maybe,
kinda.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, like, some of them do.
Some of them do.
In this one, we see...
Well, she's also a Skywalker, so that makes sense, though. She's super fucking powerful in the Force.
In this one, we see that Rey and Kylo have their own special Force power.
Because they're dyads, though.
Yeah.
Which you haven't seen in generations.
They can, like, be in contact with each other anywhere, and they can fucking send shit to each other.
Which is sick as shit.
So sick. Like, I thought, like, throughout the whole movie, I was like, this is so weird. How are they able to just pull stuff
and
like
I was
that?
like,
But then
why? I was like, why is it happening?
Oh,
yeah, but
bro.
That is my absolute favorite scene.
So fucking Rey puts a lightsaber behind her back, and then Kylo's about to fight the Knights of Ren because Kylo goes good. He doesn't have a lightsaber, and he fucking reaches behind his back and he grabs the lightsaber Rey was holding, and it's so fucking sick, dude.
And then
and then he fucks up the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely fucks them.
Which also Chance and I were talking about that.
That's one thing I don't like about mainly just this whole trilogy, because from episode 7 they've been saying that the Knights of Ren are some big fucking force. Like, they've been teasing them. Episode 7, only thing we get of the Knights of Ren is a flashback. And I was like, okay, maybe we'll see him in episode 8. Don't even see him.
Ryan Johnson fucks us on that one.
We don't even get a mention of him. But even in episode 9, I was like, finally, we get some Knights of Ren. They get it fucked up. Only thing we see them do is capture Chewie. Oh, big fucking whoop.
Yeah. Big fucking
That is a big fucking whoop. Thank you.
What?
Well, they're
7 guys against one
dude,
Wookiee?
They're basically just
Wookiees are like fucking insane.
But they don't even show the fight. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Like, we don't get to see
I get you. Okay.
Because
I get you.
what we see is like they're just bodyguards.
Yeah, but
and I don't like that.
I get that, but just to be fair, I understand what you're saying. I do agree with you. But Wookiees are fucking gnarly. They will fuck up any stormtrooper to ever come near.
But they
them.
should. My thing is like they built it from episode 7, and the only thing we see them do in combat is get fucked up by Kylo Ren, which makes sense. Because he's like the leader of all of them and is a fucking Jedi.
Yeah.
But it's like, build them up to be someone that I actually care about this fight. Because to us, we don't know what they're capable of.
No,
I wish we'd gotten like a solid fight with them.
Yeah. Or them just taking over a whole fucking village and them killing everyone.
Yeah.
Would have been enough. But like, don't build up something that's
honestly,
nothing.
I wish they would have just put them in the opening scene with Kylo. Fucking all the other people too.
Yeah, that would have been enough too.
It was pretty sick that he was doing that by himself.
We gotta remember too, though, we have a whole wasted movie on episode 8.
Yeah.
A whole wasted movie that could have been used for that. Though I do agree with you. I wish there would have been more.
Maybe we'll get
I think in the grand scheme of things,
I just
they're
love
not as important as the other things I wanted answered.
Maybe we'll get like some like show, like animated series that shows them more often. I hope.
That would be
because
pretty sick.
For how much they build it up, it's like it's just kind of a letdown.
Like their origin.
It is. But,
I want to see their origin.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm just defending episode 9 because I liked it a lot.
Episode 9 is very good.
This is that's the thing is like there's almost nothing to talk about that's bad. Like, and if
in
there
my
is,
opinion,
but if there is, it's like it's nitpicky stuff. I feel like.
Well, it was like what was Finn going to say to Rey before they sunk?
Yeah. So
like they never
apparently.
talked about
I kind of like how they didn't say that. Leave it up for interpretation on that one.
I don't know if this is true, but apparently J.J. Abrams said
he said something that Finn was going to say.
Yeah.
I didn't read what he said though.
my first thought was like, oh, he's gonna say I love you, but I'm like,
Even
no.
John Boyega said that he didn't. Well,
Yeah.
he said that Finn didn't say that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's saying like, oh, he was gonna say that, but he's like, no, he didn't say that in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
That's what I like about it,
Yeah.
though. That's like you don't know
You
what he
leave
was
it.
gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
All you know is that it was super heartfelt.
Yeah.
That's all
And
you
he
know.
didn't want Poe around for it. He just wanted to be
Exactly.
him and Rey.
Yeah. And that was funny too, because he was like, they were arguing. He was like,
Dude.
you aren't gonna tell me right now, blah 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 blah. And
John Boyega and Poe's character. Sorry, go ahead. Keep
no,
going.
I just love it. It's so funny. Like, I love what we didn't get between them in episode 8. Fully made up for in episode 9.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Because it shows like, you know, from episode 7, we get the bromance and their first friendship, and it's like, oh yes. Episode 8, it's like, hey, we're doing this, and then they never see each other the whole episode. And episode 9, it's like they're back together. It starts our first sight of Poe and Finn. They're together and they're fucking kicking
I think
ass.
that's the opening scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like right after the opening scene. Right after
Was the opening scene is Kylo fucking up
Kylo.
everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
go
yeah.
see
And then
Palpatine for the
going
first
to
time.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, what a way to kick off episode 9.
Dude,
insane.
and you see
It
how
was
strong
fast.
Palpatine is?
Yeah.
Just him raising his hand and he raises a whole fucking fleet.
That's what I'm
How that
talking
fucking
about,
happened.
dude.
I was
Like,
well,
He's
I-
strong.
people are shitting on Palpatine being the big bad guy, but I don't think they understand how powerful Palpatine was.
Palpatine is like...
That's
he's-
the problem with the first trilogy, though, is that they're made in the 80s, so it's hard to understand that shit
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they can't do action that well.
Mhm.
But like at first when I heard that Palpatine was gonna be in it, I was like, oh, this is like kind of the. At first I was like, this is the scapegoat for them having a big bad. But if you think of both trilogies, he's the big bad.
Yeah.
Like he is the one that organizes everything.
Everything.
So
From
it makes,
episode
created
1 to
Snoke.
episode 9.
Yeah.
That's
I love how they did
insane.
that.
yeah, it
They
makes
give
sense
Snoke
that
his
he's
origins.
Yeah, yeah. It makes
Oh,
sense that he's like
dude.
the big bad of the Skywalker storyline.
Absolutely.
So like I was like, yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. They should have alluded more in episode 8, but things happen.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking. We got to remember we have a wasted movie in episode 8. If you
So
if you
sad
think
to
about
say,
it, it really offers nothing to the story.
No.
The only thing it could offer is Rey getting those books and then trying to become a Jedi on her own,
And Luke dying.
and Luke dying. But let's talk about the slap in the face that JJ gave to Ryan Johnson. So what's the first thing you see Luke do in episode 8?
He missed.
Oh.
Throws the lightsaber behind his back.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you see Luke do in episode 9?
Catch a
Catches
fucking
it.
And say,
lightsaber.
show respect to your Jedi weapons.
Mhm. I'm so glad.
That's
man.
a slap in the face if I've ever heard
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
I was
And
like-
his luscious locks, too.
Dude,
know,
I
they
was
grew. I was
so
like,
fucking happy that they brought him back. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm pissed, but also not because it's still such a good movie. I literally got Rey Palpatine spoiled for me.
Yep.
Did
I
you
got
really?
Ben Solo spoiled for me.
Who spoiled Rey
No, no, no.
Palpatine?
I won't say. I won't say.
Was it
It's
that
somebody-
person?
Yeah,
Do I know?
maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's okay. It's okay.
That's-
Well, no, the only thing that got
fine.
spoiled for me was fucking.
who spoils that? Right? It's like it's not even a week the movie's been out.
I got spoiled that Palpatine was going to be back, but I mean, kind of figured.
That's in
The only
thing.
person that didn't say he was being back was me because it was my theory.
Yeah.
But it's like for a person that theorizes, like you don't want that spoiled.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Especially since they don't show him in the trailer.
Rey Palpatine though, that's such a big spoiler.
But it's, I mean,
That is like the spoiler for
Yeah.
the movie.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause,
Oh,
like,
I'm mad.
the two
I'm mad
biggest-
for you.
Ever
dude.
since episode 7, I mean, she's been linked to literally every main character. Like, oh, she's related to this person.
Yeah.
But we don't know
they've been trying.
in
Yeah.
concrete.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Palpatine thing, when you theorize it, it's a big stretch. But then when they put it in episode 9, makes fucking sense.
I liked it a lot,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I had a big ass smile on my face. I was just like, yes, dude. I was just sitting there smiling.
I know, oh, yeah.
I was so happy.
Ben Solo kind of got spoiled for me if I watch the movie now.
What Ben Solo part?
Well, because
Just becoming, Ben
Oh,
Solo.
going back to being Ben
'cause
Solo?
yeah.
That's a big spoiler too,
Yeah.
dude.
I figured it was going to happen in this movie, but again, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also Luke got spoiled for me, being like
Luke coming back? Fuck,
literally
dude.
all three of the biggest scenes.
That's like, yeah, no, seriously, those are the biggest scenes. And then, like, the only thing else would be like, okay, we said spoiler warning in the beginning of the show, so people know that spoilers are coming. We gave them a warning.
Yes.
We're not just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
But the only other big spoiler I could think of is all the Skywalkers force ghosting.
yeah.
That's a big fucking spoiler in my opinion.
Well, I mean, we don't see Anakin.
All yeah, we did at the end of episode 6.
Yeah.
You see, yeah.
Oh no,
you see-
I was.
But not in
I'm
this
talking
one.
about episode 9.
Yeah.
I wish we did, dude. That would be
Well,
so
because
sick.
I was looking at IMDb before watching the movie, and Hayden Christensen's on it, and I was like,
his voice.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, he's gonna be a Force Ghost. Every time a Force Ghost appeared, like, it's him, and it wasn't him. I was like, oh, and then you hear his voice in that thing. I'm like, that's
Dude, you hear Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, old Obi-Wan, fucking Hayden. Dude, you hear
So
them all.
sick.
I
You
was
hear literally
so...
all
Hear
the Jedi.
Yoda too.
I
Oh,
was
that's
so...
sick.
Did you hear Sam?
I didn't hear
Mace?
Samuel.
I wanted to hear him.
I think I did.
But if we didn't hear him, is he still alive?
See, okay, that was what my manager was saying. Finn, Force sensitive.
Okay.
No. Okay, this
No,
one
he
makes
is,
sense.
He is a little Force sensitive. He absolutely
Yeah, that was
is
one
at
of my
least
theories.
attuned to the Force.
And
that
that's
he was
what
Force
apparently
sensitive.
J.J. Abrams said was that's what he was gonna say.
Yeah, but it's like, how are you
But-
gonna say that? It's like,
That's
why
what I
absolutely
was
tell you, I'm Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he's trying to get a good point to do it. Like, hey, can you train me? Like,
Yeah.
I can be a Jedi.
Yeah.
See, that would be cool.
Yeah.
He's asking.
Also, all those stormtroopers were Force sensitive.
Yeah, all the ones.
But just because you're Force sensitive doesn't mean you can be a Jedi though. Because
Yeah.
Maz is also Force sensitive.
Yeah, a lot of people are Force sensitive.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
they never said in the previous one, so it's nice to see that he has the capability of being a Jedi.
Yes.
Oh
and,
man.
and as soon as he like looks at that tower, I'm like, called it.
And
I
then-
called it.
Also, did you? So he might not be Lando's grandkid, but
Yeah.
that
But
one
I
lady
know.
might.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh shit, I was gonna.
She was watching. I was like, "Oh shit! It might not be Finn, but it could be that lady, that
Mhm.
other badass stormtrooper."
I can't remember her name, but it is the girl from Into the Fucking World.
Yep.
Yeah, and I looked it up. I was like, oh, she looks a lot different. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
they did pretty good. Maybe because of the clothes, but
Well, and also how she like
yeah, her.
shows herself.
Yeah.
Because in that one, she's like supposed to be like towering and creepy.
Mhm.
In this one, she's just a hero.
Yeah,
She's a good person.
Pretty
Yeah, it's a really good show. Like I was saying, like I really wanted them to explain the Leia thing. They did. I
Yeah.
wanted them to show more Finn and Poe. They did.
Oh, they
Yeah.
They did. They made up for everything. Leia dies,
Yeah.
but in the best way they could have done it. You know,
And
she pretty much turns
Yeah.
Kylo into Ben.
Another thing that I can kind of see, like another kind of, so all she does is say Ben. That's
Yeah.
all she says. So I could see that being like how does that
oh,
turn
that
you?
gave me
but,
chills, dude.
but to
Because
be
I just
fair,
thought of like the scene.
she was his biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Because like in episode 8, he didn't destroy her; he took his hands off. So him going like Ben, like showing love to him, still is like, oh, I can come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a thing that I think that she also did, because the whole like Han memory thing is a little weird to me. I think she enacted that memory for him
That'd be
to
sick.
give him like, hey, we don't
I'll
blame
fuck
you
with
for that. Yeah,
I'll fuck with that. That's nice. I
because
like
she
that.
doesn't
fuck
she
with
doesn't
the what?
pass until he goes like full Ben.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
she's dead. She just doesn't Force Ghost.
well, yeah, but and then she doesn't full on Force Ghost until Ben saves Rey.
Yeah.
and all that. So I think that was like her resolution is to get him back to the light side,
Yes.
which
Definitely.
we could argue that he did at the end.
Oh, absolutely, he
Yeah.
did. He
He
absolutely
fucking
became
helped-
a Jedi. Yeah.
Helped kill the fucking Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh, so sick.
I wish there was more Rey and Kylo or Ben teaming up at the end.
Yes, me too.
But
I kind of wish he didn't die. Like he became
I
a
know.
teacher, but then
it makes sense. 'Cause,
I like it, but it would have just gotten weird. People would have gotten mad about the whole love
Yeah.
triangle bullshit. It
well,
would've
people
gotten
also gotten pissed. Well, in story, it's like don't fucking bring Kylo back here. A lot of people wouldn't have forgiven him.
Yeah, but and then Vader died too, and the people probably would have forgiven Vader.
Yeah, exactly. This
Yeah.
is his way of
So yeah, it's basically
resolving
yeah.
as a character.
And I mean, he Force ghosted, so he's one with
Yeah.
the Force now.
Yep.
I just love the parallels between episode 4, 5, and 6 and
Mhm.
7, 8, 9. That's like, it's just so fucking
Mhm.
cool because you got the trio and then it ends with Skywalker.
Chewie's still alive. You see Chewie get a medal?
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard when they handed Chewie a medal.
Because
I
it's
was
what everyone's pissed. Like, why isn't Chewie get a medal? He
Yeah.
finally gets a medal.
Yeah, I was fucking laughing.
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend Lexi was sitting next to me, and I had to explain that to her. Well, I wanted to. She didn't really care. I was like,
Yeah.
you know why that's funny? She's like, why? Because you didn't get a medal on episode 6.
That's- okay, but was there any scenes that made you
Or
sad?
5, I think. Sad?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So when
I was just happy the movie was good. So, like, I don't know if I was ever actually like, sad.
Well, one
Mine
part that
was-
almost made me sad was when they were fighting over the ship in the sky, and Rey full on lightning blast, and you think
Oh,
Chewie's dead.
yeah.
That made me kind
I
of
was
sad,
like-
but I was like, that's a little abrupt. But he's turned out to be alive. But one
Yeah.
part that made me actually tear up was when they were about to wipe the memory of C-3PO, and then
Yeah,
he's
that
like,
was-
I want to get one last look at my
You know,
friends.
people
Yeah, that
shit
was-
on 3PO that whole movie. Poe was just shitting on him constantly. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck off, Poe.
Yeah.
He's
But
3PO.
when he said that, I was like, That's fun.
Oh man,
Sad,
the little
dude.
like junker guy, he's so funny.
Oh,
he's like, hey!
Like, what was his name? It starts with a B.
It's like
Yeah,
Bombo.
It's like
Babo.
Babo Yaga or some
Babo.
shit.
Oh, it is Bob. No.
It's something like that. I don't know what it was. It's fucking hilarious.
Madonna.
You gonna look it up, Chance?
Yeah.
All right, dude.
But
He
yeah,
was great.
so
I
funny.
loved
So
him.
funny.
I also liked the female Poe.
Yes.
The
scene where he looks at her, and
Like,
he's
at the
like,
end,
huh? Yeah.
he's like-
and she's like, no.
He gives her that nod. She just like shakes her head. He's like,
Okay.
"Oh, okay." He like walks away.
Kills
So
me, dude.
fucking funny.
But so yeah, the scene for me that I actually did, I didn't shed a tear, but I like cheered up, was when Leia finally passed away. Like
Babu
when she-
Frick.
Babu Frick.
Yeah,
But
Babu.
fucking when C-3PO gets his memory back, he's like introducing himself, and everyone's just like all sad, and he's like, "Hey, Babu Frick, what's that?"
I like how later he goes, "Oh, Babu Frick, my oldest friend."
My oldest friend, yeah. So funny.
Dude, I laughed so hard.
Oh, it cracks me up.
And all the fight scenes are so good in this episode.
So good.
Like even all the like the little fights between Rey and Kylo, they were good enough.
On the Death Star when they're battling, dude, I was losing my shit. I was like, "Fuck around, dude. That's sick." And then she stabs his ass. I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah. So that whole scene just reminded me of Fallen Order, because like there's a mission where you have to like go into an old Imperial ship, and it was like almost exactly like it, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool."
The whole time I was thinking, oh, sorry, were you continuing?
No.
The whole time I was thinking, like, man, she really got that training on Jakku when she was jumping around that Imperial destroyer there. So
Yeah.
she knows exactly what she's doing.
I almost said, I was
Even
like,
though
"How
it
the fuck
wasn't
did she
Death
know how to
Star, but
climb?" And
still.
I was like, "Oh yeah, she was a scavenger."
Oh yeah, she's scavenging a lot of shit.
So
And then
good.
I want to get into her lightsaber that she had at the end.
Oh.
Fucking sick. When
Yeah.
she made it out of the staff, dude, I was like,
Yeah.
yes!
And it's like a switch one.
Yeah, you turn a dial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fuck around, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
gotta
don't know
be
if I
the
like
bullet.
her saying that she's Rey Skywalker. I get
I
it.
like it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's just, this is supposed to be like the end of like the Skywalker
Well,
story.
it's the Rise of the Skywalker. Is
Yeah.
the name of the fucking movie.
Well, I thought it was just like the Rise of Skywalker's and like Ben
Ben.
Solo coming to the light
That's why I
side
was
Gotcha.
thinking
Yeah.
too.
because he's technically he has Skywalker blood. His name is
Double
Solo,
meaning
though.
right there.
Yeah,
Well, he is a Skywalker.
And they
Just
are-
because I'm a box doesn't mean I'm not the Masters.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But in both of them, I guess
Earth.
it could mean for both of them because both of them are the bound.
Dyad.
Yeah, so they're both rising together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That-
Her
Definitely.
rising above her.
Yeah.
Well, they're both rising
Her
above
blood.
their Sith
Yeah.
side.
Well, really,
what-
Rey is. I know it was Leia that is kind of like the final push, but Rey's the main reason why he's a Jedi, really.
Yeah.
Because he said, "I held out my hand," and she said, "I would have taken your hand if you were Ben."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think
Would've
hit him
taken Ben.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end, she calls him Ben. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
by the way, fucking Rey.
Daisy Ridley.
Dude, she's like my number one crush of all time. Like,
It's bad she got a boyfriend, brother.
yeah, she does. I feel good for him, dude. All of the episode 7, 8, 9. Dude, she's fucking gorgeous. All of them.
Oh, so there was a couple things I forgot to say. One of the scenes, my
You're just still thinking about her.
my coworker told me about today. So when one of the funniest parts was when Kylo's about to fight, or Ben's about to fight the Knights of Ren, and then he goes and shrugs.
Yeah.
I guess Han did that in one of his fights in an old movie, and he does that, and then he starts fucking fighting them.
That's
so
funny.
I think that's so cool, like
Yeah.
good connections.
Dude, Han coming back.
And- oh yeah.
I did not see that
Yeah,
coming.
when I heard,
Well, it's his memory. It's not really him, but still.
See, I thought it was gonna be Luke.
I thought it was gonna be Hayden.
Sorry, I failed.
Hayden.
What? It would
Papa
have
Vader comes back.
It would have made sense because it's as big as Idol as Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So him telling him, be like, dude, you're fucking up a little bit.
Yeah. I went down the same route, brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Brother.
No, brother.
No. And then, so yeah, the one scene that almost made me like tear up was finally, when Leia passed and fucking became a Force ghost, because I was like, one, the trilogy's finally over. We've reached, a closure on the movies, and two, Carrie Fisher's actually gone. Like she actually passed
dead,
away.
dead.
Throughout the whole movie,
So-
I kept forgetting that. Well, not forgetting, but it's
insane! Did they film this ahead of time?
like no, it's all
no.
CGI.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
the same.
Incredible.
Well, halfway through of 8, she died.
Yes.
So it's the same actress CGI thing that they did.
Yeah, they also
Same.
CGI'd one of the generals in Rogue
Yes.
One.
Yes,
Yeah,
Target.
Yes.
But
Which
Grand
was
Moff
pretty
Target,
good.
not a general. He's a
Sorry.
idiot.
Grand But yeah, so incredible job on that because it was like a deep fake instead of like actually. Being CGI.
It is like a deep fake, yeah.
But then,
they CGI'd Luke and Leia.
Yeah, dude, that was so sick.
I was like,
I loved how they played it off too because, oh man, and just the colors in this movie. You get your reds, you get your blues. Like each scene has its own color.
And Luke's
to
green
match.
lightsaber though comes up.
Oh my gosh! Like everything is just beautiful. And yeah, so that scene was amazing. They killed it because they played it in such a dark scene. It was like nighttime. They had masks on, and when you see their faces, it's like it looks like it's them. Like you can't tell that it's CGI. And because they play it so well, and they do that with the whole movie, and it's like,
Leia's lightsaber's so sick looking too.
Yeah, it's dope. It reminds me of Mace Windu's, honestly.
I wish one of them
kind of gold and purpley color,
a green lightsaber.
I wish we got Luke's OG lightsaber, not his OG, but his actual lightsaber, not Anakin's.
Yeah, but it makes sense for Kylo to have Anakin's as well because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't even know where Luke's lightsaber is. Yeah. He never even grabs it ever. It's just gone.
It's so sad.
It's weird. We have no idea where that's at. And Anakin's, it's weird that it fell off Cloud City and somehow Maz had it, so it's kind of crazy.
I think that's because of her force sensitivity that she was able to find it.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's like a backstory comic to that. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't even want to get into that.
Which somewhere I saw or I heard that it's not his lightsaber, but it's like it is.
That's absolutely Anakin's lightsaber. Yeah.
Because when I saw it, I was like, "That's fucking Anakin's lightsaber."
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever said that's not.
I know,
right.
and I saw, I was like, "You're a fucking liar."
Yeah, especially since when Rey first grabs it in Episode 7,
she senses all the. She has
she gets the Mustafar scene in her fucking head.
Good scene.
Hold on, real quick. One of my favorite parts was what's his dick, the traitor.
Yes. Yeah. So,
what's his name?
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember.
General Hux.
Hux. When Hux turned out to be the traitor, I was like...
It's so funny.
I saw it coming when he grabbed the gun from the stormtrooper. I was like, oh, he's the traitor.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming until then. Like, when he grabbed the gun, I was like, oh, he's the traitor.
I don't know why, in my head, he wasn't the traitor, but I thought he was going to shoot him. I don't know. I didn't know why I didn't connect the two. But it was so funny because they were like, they were talking about what he was going to say to Rey. And he was like, really? We're going to die right now and you can't fucking tell. And they're all like arguing. And then you hear, and he's like, I was the traitor.
Yeah, he's like, I knew it.
Yeah. Dude, I did not see that guy shooting him coming, though. So he shot himself in the leg to look like they got away, and then he's like, boo! And the other dude just fucking blasts him.
Was that guy like a character from previous things or something?
No.
They make it seem like he's a big deal.
Well, so he followed Palpatine in the old Empire. Okay, so he might have been, like, when you see Vader choking out a general, not Grand Moff Tarkin, but when you see Vader choking out a general in, like, episode 4 or 5, whatever one it was, he might have been in that room. Okay. He would have been a part of those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, the General Hux scene is thing that I like and don't like because it's like it didn't really do a lot. Like he was a traitor for a minute,
he's a traitor since the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just
it was for personal gain. It wasn't for anything else. He hates Kylo.
Yeah,
which you can see throughout the whole trilogy. Yeah. He hates Kylo.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, but I wish he would have been on our side a little bit more that we saw. Yeah, but for us, it was just I don't know.
He didn't give a fuck.
I feel like it was an easy way to get him off.
Yeah, I liked it. I did not see it coming. Yeah. Fuck. All right, cool. I don't care if you guys win. I just want him to lose. Yeah. It's like, all right.
Oh, and what? Dio. I like Dio.
Dio is sick, dude. Dio, I like him a lot. I like how he's Rey goes to grab him. I can't remember what he says. He's like, no. He reverses back. Yeah.
He's like, squeaky wheel.
Dude, he cracked me up the whole time.
Yeah,
also, I think it's funny that like if you look like the planet where he first comes off the ship, and it starts with a K. I can't remember what it's called, Kijimi. So the stairs have like little ramps, and that's where he goes up.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Why are those ramps there?
Yeah,
I thought it was funny.
Kill me. And same with BB-8 too.
Yeah.
But I think forever now I'm gonna keep either saying BB-8 or BD-1 just because
BD-1, dude.
Because it's like they're so close.
BD.
Oh, there's another thing. Oh yeah, so I talked to you guys about it earlier, but so Ilum is the planet where most Jedi like Padawan and all that used to go and get their their crystals for their lightsabers, and it was a part of Fallen Order too. Like you get your new lightsaber crystal there, and apparently the Starkiller base is Ilum. And I didn't know that until last night, which I don't know if they say that in the movies.
I don't think they ever mentioned it being
because I didn't know that. But I saw it on a video or something, and it said that. I was like, what the fuck? So I'll have to like actually look it up.
I'll do it
but,
right
okay, because it said that. I was like, what the fuck? But it would make so much sense because in Fallen Order,
they're mining the shit out of it.
Yeah, they're mining the shit out of it. And at first you think, oh, they found me here, but no, they were here before you got there. And
yeah, that's the thing. It is. Starkiller Base was a military base located in the ice planet of Ilum.
Dude, that's so
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That blew my mind. I was like, wow.
Honestly, the Fallen Order probably gives you like the biggest hint / confirms of that, because like in Fallen Order you see them mining the middle of the planet out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got to say about episode 9. It's
good.
By far my favorite of the new trilogy. By far. Loved it. Oh, something kind of makes me sad is she buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Anakin and Leia's lightsabers into the sand, which makes sense. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good. It's just sad because those are, like, iconic-ass lightsabers.
Well, I
It's
think
like,
they're doing it for the
I
next
like it.
group of Jedi to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if the fucking Sith rise up and they have to redo everything all over again.
Yeah, do we have time to do rankings, or is this already long?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We got time.
So I wanted us to rank the main 9 episodes. In no way does like the least a favorite episode.
Those look sick, dude.
I haven't even tried them yet.
Dude, those
Yeah,
look
we have.
sick, dude.
We can bust them open after this.
But like for me, it's like my least favorite one. I still enjoy Star Wars, but we're just ranking them from least worst to start conversations. I know all of our lists are different,
Yeah.
which is fine. We might argue a little about
Mine's
it.
going to be like the wildest of all of them. I already know it.
I think fan-wise, people are going to hate yours the most.
Yes, they absolutely will. And I don't
But
give
that's
a
fine.
fuck.
This is all our opinion. So,
I don't want to start.
I can start if you
We're-
guys want me to.
are we just
Go
starting
start.
like go in circles least and then keep going, or do you just want to do all your list at once?
Sure. I honestly, mine's I can basically tell you like the one I hate the most, and then just like the ones I don't care for. But it's not that I don't like them. It's just meh.
Yeah.
I
I
get-
haven't watched all of them in a long time,
Yeah,
so
same.
if I rewatch them all, my list is going to change all over again.
Yes,
I haven't
it
seen the
will.
original trilogy in at least 5 years.
Off my memory right now is where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I rated mine like 1 through 9, like down the list.
All right, I can go first.
Least favorite.
My least favorite is episode 8.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's my least favorite episode. I also am biased towards it.
Yeah.
Because it's the one I watched that I didn't like, that just like I just watched.
Yeah.
And then it's probably gonna go episode 2, Clone Wars.
Okay.
The only real scene I like in Clone Wars is the Coliseum fights. Otherwise, I just don't remember it that well. I do remember it creeped me out because there's the bounty hunter scene with the fucking bug.
Yeah, that.
Dude, that no, the bounty hunter scene where she has like a little tracker bug.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
fuck that.
Yeah, no, that when I wanted to watch this movie, I think I was like, I don't know when it came out. I know I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think the episode 1 came out like.
Episode 1 came out in 99.
Yeah, it's like
so I was
yeah,
3 years old when that
I
movie
was
came out.
not even 1 year old.
So when episode 2 came out, probably like 2002, I would say.
Yeah,
so.
anywhere from 2000 to 2002.
Yeah, I was like maybe 8 or 9. So
Yeah.
when I watched it, it creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah.
So that one, and then it's been so long since I've seen episode 2. That's probably the one I've seen the least amount of times. Anyway, so episode 2, and then I don't know, man. I'm thinking.
If you want, I could start doing mine so you can like.
Yeah, I'll start thinking. So yeah, just give your bottom 2 right now.
Okay, well, my bottom 2 are tied for least. My hardest part was making my least favorite and my favorites of the series. Tied for least favorite is episode 8 and episode 1.
Same
You
here.
fucking monster.
Well, for me,
Technically not for me.
like a lot of mine is like what I remember, of course, like it's story and fighting scenes. Now, I wanted to put episode 1 higher because the end fighting scene is fucking sick.
Yeah.
But a lot of the cheese in that movie is just it's too fucking much for me. Like
It's enough cheese.
all the boy
It's enough.
Anakin scenes is fucking cringe me.
You don't
out.
like the pod racing?
I do no.
This is pun.
The actual
Whoa, 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 whoa.
the actual pod racing
Whoa, 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 whoa,
scene is
whoa.
actually pretty cool. But like the when
good.
he's like
That was a good impersonation.
when he's actually in the ship and the whole and this is pod racing. I'm like fuck off. And he's like, oh, I thought you were an angel. I was like, okay, this fucking kid is gonna plow.
Can we talk about how Padme's kind of a pedophile?
Yeah, because
I've never understood that part.
in like episode 1 he's like 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8, but yeah, 10's probably closer.
And she's like at least
16.
16.
16,
And so when they're
17.
actually grown up, he's probably 16, 17, and she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
But we don't know the laws of their universe.
But no, he says something like, you grow faster when in the Force, or something like that. Like, that was like how they explained it out. I was like, I don't like that.
But yeah, those are my least two favorite. What about you, Lige?
So my least two favorite are also episode 8 and episode 1.
You guys fucking suck.
So what I rated them though, so I rated episode 8 2 stars because it's good enough to watch. You can still watch it and enjoy it, but with the Star Wars series, fuck it. And then
like what Brady said last episode, like if it was his own separate thing, would have been cool.
Rian Johnson, he originally was supposed to have a 3 trilogy movie. He probably would have done a great job on that.
Mm-hmm.
But coming into the middle of it and dismantling things that were already established, not a good look.
No.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And then so yeah, for episode 1, Phantom Menace, I like every time I think of Star Wars, that's one of the biggest. What?
Well, Episode 1 is probably my favorite.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if, like...
No, that's why I'm giving that face. No, Episode 1 is either the second to favorite, or it's up there top 3 at least.
Yeah.
See, I fucking love Episode 1.
I loved it as a kid, and it's still not bad. It's not a bad movie.
Go and flame me online, dude. I'm
I'm
an established director. Guillermo del Toro.
But...
An actor.
It was super cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1, 2, and 3 are all really
all
cheesy.
cheese.
So that's why I ranked those ones my least favorite.
I loved them more as a kid though, because I didn't understand the cheese.
I loved them, yeah, and
I
like
should've watched them.
there was a lot more
rewatched
action.
them.
So
I'll be watching with the same love.
But honestly, yeah, the only big parts that I love about fucking episode 1 is the beginning scene with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan when they fucking cut open the shit and they fight down some droids, and the end where Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul and Qui-Gon like passes away and everything. Like those are really the two main scenes that are murdered. But those are the two big scenes in my head. Like I can remember the whole movie, but the rest of them, like I don't care for Anakin as a kid. And Jar Jar is like
preteen with his little ponytail.
Yeah.
Hey, every apprentice has that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's just like, meh.
My mom actually saw it when it came out.
Really?
Yeah, she was like a huge Star Wars nerd, and then she heard for her it would be episode 4, but they called it episode 1 later. But she heard a new one's coming out, so she like did the whole premiere thing, waited, and then it was pretty much like fanboys. Like she waited, so she's
I was just about to say draw back to fanboys,
but she was so upset. And then I kept dragging her to the other Star Wars theaters.
Why didn't she like it?
Just the same thing. It's like just way too cheesy. It's just such a big jump from like the feel of the original trilogy and this one. Mm-hmm. So like I imagine being a fan from our age in the original trilogy and then watching those ones. It's way different than us growing up with that original, the prequel trilogy. Mm-hmm. So imagine like different generations like the movies differently. Yeah.
See, if we're being honest, the OG trilogy, they're like middle tier for me.
Those are my favorite.
I don't like old movies in general.
Oh, see,
they're always so slow to me, dude.
That's
I can't handle it.
I love old movies.
I get so bored watching them. I'm just so bored. And also like the old animations and like all of that, it flies over. Like I just don't care. I don't care for it. I mean, I like the OG trilogies for the stories that they had. I like that. But like the acting and like the pausing and just everything is so slow to me. Yeah. It's like I want more action. I want more shit to happen. Yeah. And then the fight scenes, they're bad.
Yeah. Best that they could have done back then, but
Yeah. Okay, let's compare the fight scenes to the newer trilogy.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, but it's just because they didn't have the technology, which I get and I understand that. But if like Luke and Vader's fight is them just standing still, just doing this and like walking backwards, that's all they're doing. They're just moving their lightsabers, not doing shit. Yeah. As opposed to this newer trilogy, they're flipping, they're fucking swinging that sword. It's sick. Well, Princess Bride had pretty good fight scenes, and that was an old movie. Yeah. Older, not as old, but still older. Yeah.
What's your next movie? Bruce?
So next middle, so it would probably be 4, 5, and 6. They're like the Okay, it's gonna go. I really like 5. I think 5 is a good one. I liked 5 a lot. I think that's my favorite of the OGs.
Yeah, because 5 has so many like of the drawbacks. Like most things that you see, like that's where we get Yoda. That's where we get the Vision of Vader.
Even though it's technically the first time we ever see Yoda ever.
Yeah, exactly. That's the craziest part. It's like, he's not in episode 4.
Yeah, and the big reveal is in episode 5. Mm-hmm. So I think episode 5 is my favorite. So I'm gonna go 4, 6. No, 4. I'm gonna get flamed for this. I don't know where I put episode 3 because I love. So Dude, okay, my really biggest thing, 3. My favorite episode, my favorite Jedi's are Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Mace Windu.
Love Qui-Gon Jinn.
What do we get in the first 3 movies, except for Mace Windu in the first one? We get a lot of Qui-Gon, Mace, Qui-Gon in the first one. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of Mace and Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm. In episode 3, when he fights General Grievous, I fucking love that, dude. He drops in and goes, "Oh, hello there." Yeah. That spawns one of the biggest memes on the internet. Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think, is one of my favorite characters of all time. Yeah. I didn't care for Ben Kenobi. Ben Kenobi was cool, but when I understood that was Obi-Wan, he got infinitely more cooler to me. Mm-hmm. But as Ben Kenobi, I didn't really care. Yeah. So I'm gonna go 4, 3, and 5 are gonna be tied, and then I'll go 4, 6, 3, and 5 tied, and then episode 1, and then 7, 1, and 9.
9's your favorite?
Yeah, 9 is probably my favorite now.
Okay, so your whole ranking all the way through again.
All the way through. Okay, it's gonna go episode 8, episode 2, 4, 5 tied with 4 and 6. Then 5 and 3 are tied, and then 1 and 9. Okay. I'm all over the place on that. Yeah.
So my least tied were 1 and 8, but then I went episode 2 just because it has all that weird cheesy. The whole romance thing is so fucking awkward.
When he's laying in the field of sunflowers, it's a little weird. Yeah.
And the CGI. It's like, what the fuck.
But we got some cool battle scenes. We got Obi-Wan against the Bounty Hunter. Mm-hmm. We got the Coliseum scene. We got. Dude, one of my favorite fighting scenes is fucking when Anakin gets 2 lightsabers and starts fucking up Count Dooku. That shit's tight. And then he gets his arm cut off and...
Yeah. Fucking sick.
One of the most memorable scenes for me is when he cuts his fucking head off.
That's episode 3.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Episode 2.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention.
The fight isn't that when he's... and then Yoda comes in?
But what are you talking about? 2 lightsabers?
It's in episode 2. Episode 2 is... when he's fighting with 2 lightsabers at the very end, and then Yoda comes in and saves Anakin because Anakin gets his arm cut off in the 2 lightsaber scene.
I think Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan has 2 lightsabers.
No, Anakin has 2 lightsabers fighting Count Dooku. Dooku never has 2 lightsabers.
And in episode 3,
he grabs Dooku's lightsaber and goes like this and chops his fucking head.
Okay, I don't remember 2 lightsabers from episode 2.
I need to watch 2 and 3.
He does a full on like against him, dude. He starts wailing on Dooku. It's pretty impressive.
But Dooku is a fucking badass, dude.
And then fucking
Yoda trained him himself.
Yeah.
And then
he trained Qui-Gon.
Yeah. It was a good fight scene because then Yoda comes in, Dooku fucking bails.
Yeah.
So 2's right there. The only thing pulling it back is all the fucking cheese.
Yeah.
A lot of my things are like what fight scenes I remember. If I was doing fight scenes, that's one of my favorite ones. And then after 2 is episode 4.
Alright, there's my list.
It's like I would rank 4 higher, but I mean, it just doesn't have a lot for me. And then episode 6 is right after it. Again, if these movies are if they were made now, they'd probably be way fucking higher. The story is what really puts them ahead. And then I went episode 9. And then 7. Like, I like 7 more because we waited so long for a Star Wars movie, and then finally, it was just really, I think that movie I've seen the most in theaters. I saw that movie 5 times at theaters.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was just such a feel good. It's like, oh, we're finally back to the fan base.
Yeah.
I'll probably see episode 9 a few more times in theaters because we're supposed to see it with a few of our friends again. If mom and dad wants to go, I'll probably go with them again. Mm-hmm. And then tied for first with 3 in episode 5.
Dude, I'm glad we had 3 up there pretty high. Dude, I thought that one was going to get us flamed the most. But, dude, 3
is so... Well, okay. I understand why people hate it, but, dude, all the fight scenes, we have the Obi-Wan and Grievous, and we have Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yep. And we also have Mace Windu, Palpatine, and Anakin.
It's just so fucking good.
And then you also get the dark side Anakin chopping down kids.
Yeah.
It's got some fucking banger scenes in there, man.
Because throughout episode 1 and 2, you're like, oh, there's no way this guy's supposed to be Darth Vader. But then episode 3, you just see...
Let me tell you the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah. The only reason he wants to go with, well, as we know him as fucking...
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Palpy.
But he wants to save his wife because he has a vision that she's going to die during birth, and he's like, oh, I know how to save her. And then he's just fueled by that, and then he keeps doing all these things, and then eventually leads up to her death.
He's the one that kills her. Dude. Because he fucking force chokes her ass.
Yeah,
and,
but I think that's just so cool that he's trying to stop this vision, and then he's the reason this vision comes to pass.
Yep.
Because the Jedi aren't supposed to fall in love, because then they get fueled by it, and it turns into the dark side.
Yep.
It's exactly what he did.
Yeah, kind of, because Obi-Wan technically falls in love too.
Oh yeah,
in canon?
eventually.
Yeah, in canon with the Mandalorian Queen.